KCSE 2021 Essay, Question 7 and 8. A. Explain the role of the placenta during pregnancy. 10 marks. The placenta plays the respiratory, excretory, nutritive and immunological functions. Exchange of respiratory gases, supply of oxygen to the fetus tissues and removal of carbon, 4, oxide from the fetus takes place across the placenta. Food substances are also released into the fetus from the mother's system through the placenta. The placenta also serves as a barrier, preventing the mixing of maternal and fetus blood and harmful substances from the mother. Some hormones needed for the fetus development are also passed from the mother to the fetus through the placenta. Some antibodies needed for the protection of the fetus from infections are also passed from the mother to the focus through the placenta. Some waste products, like urea, are also passed from the fetus through the placenta. B. Explain features and mechanisms that hinder self-pollination and self-fertilization. 10 marks. Dichogamy is mechanisms where either the male or female parts of the plant reproductive organs ripen at different times in some plants. Protandry is when stamens ripen earlier and anthers release their pollen before the stigma is mature, while protogyny refers to where the stigma matures earlier, hence becomes ready to receive pollen. Grains. Self-sterility is where pollen grains cannot germinate on the stigma of the same plant but only germinate on a different plant of the same species, hindering self-pollination. Heterostele is a condition where stigma is higher or above the stamen, making it impossible for the pollen to land, accumulate, and fertilize the ovules of the same flower. Dioecious, plants have reproductive parts located separately on different plants of the same species, discouraging self-pollination. Monoecious. Plants have the reproductive parts located at different parts on the same plant, discouraging self-pollination. 8.A. Describe how the xylem tissue is structurally adapted to its functions. 5 marks. Xylem tissue consists of xylem vessels and tracheids. Xylem vessels are tubular with hollow structures running continuously from the roots through the stem to the leaves. Its walls are strengthened with lignin, preventing them from collapsing. The xylem vessels have bordered pits, to allow passage of water. Tracheids have chisel-shaped ends and perforated cross walls, to allow movement of water. B. Describe the functions of blood in the human body. 15 marks. Blood plasma transports vitamins, mineral salts, and digested food materials to tissues of the body where they are needed. Hormones are also transported by blood plasma from the secretory sites to the target tissues or organs. The plasma also transports antibodies throughout the body for defense against pathogens. Plasma also transports enzymes to tissues where they are required to catalyze certain reactions. Waste products and carbon, 4, oxide, are also transported in the plasma to the excretory organs. Plasma also plays a thermoregulatory role. By distribution of heat, erythrocytes are important in the transportation of oxygen by hemoglobin from the lungs to different body tissues. And carbon, 4, oxide from respiring tissues to the lungs for purification. Leukocytes protect the body against infections from bacteria or viruses. Platelets play a role in clotting of blood, protect damaged body tissues, preventing excessive loss of blood. Thank you for learning in our channel. Subscribe and share.